So we are on, as I said, problem number. What did I just do with the? Must be kidding. Here we go. We are on problem number 3 on part 3. So this is with the calculator. So the equation is sine of x plus cosine of x equals 1. Step 1 is just minus 1 on both sides. So then I've got sine x plus cosine x minus 1 equals 0. Now this can just straight be graphed on the calculator. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to go to y equals, and I'm going to do sine of x plus cosine of x minus 1. I'm going to click graph. Now, everybody will get a different picture depending on what their window is. So please go in and do the following. Let's change the window. Let's go window. And the x min should be 2 pi. And the x max should be 4 pi. So let's do that. 2 pi and 4 pi. Click graph. And the y min and y max aren't really crucial. Just pick one small positive number. So I picked positive 3 and negative 3. So here's what we've got. Does anybody not have a picture like this? Yeah, so the windows are right here. X min is going to be 2 pi, and x max is 4 pi. Please make sure you're in radian mode. Okay, now here's the interesting thing. When I look at this picture, I'm like, there are some intersections or some zeros that are right close to the edge of the window. A little bit hard to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my window, and I'm going to give myself a little bit more space. So instead of 6.28, which is just 2 times pi, the calculator did that on its own, I'm going to make it 6, so I have a little bit of space on that side. And instead of 12.56, calculator did that on its own, that's just 4 times pi, I'm going to make that 13, so I have a little more space. And I can have a greater access to those zeros. So so now there are 3 zeros, so let's go ahead and find those. So you go to second calc 0, and you want to find all 3, so I'm going to go get the most left one first. So the first one I got is 6.283. Again, please verify that you have this picture. If you don't have the time to get all the zeros, that's fine. I know everybody knows how to do that. The next one we have is 7.854. Remember, 3 decimals. And the final one we got is x equals 12.566. Questions on that? Brianna?
Do we always round at the last number?
No, you always do what it tells you. So here it was like there was a 3 after it, so that means you're going to round down. If it had been like a 6, I would have rounded this up to like 0.67. You just like follow the rounding rules. Yeah, just follow the rounding rules. Okay, now I want to do something that is not required but is a good habit. So the habit is this. If you remember, I expanded the windows a little bit from what they actually should be. Because remember, I changed the 2 pi to 6, I changed the 4 pi to 13. So I need to verify, are these still within the correct range, or are they too big? So let's check. So when I go home, I do 2 times pi. So 2 times pi, 6.283. That's the smallest. Like, I didn't know what this was, so I had to multiply it out, and I got 6.283. And when I did 4 pi on the calculator, I got 12.566. So let's see. This is brackets, so this is okay. This is brackets, so this is okay. This is clearly in between those, so that is okay. So all 3 of these are solutions. Edgar?
You got the 6.1 from the window to the right.
Yeah, I just did 2 times pi on the calculate screen. Yeah.
Nice.
You can have them all.
More questions?
That's it?
That's it for this problem. Yeah, those are 3 answers.
No, part four.
You already did it?
I did all of part three.
Oh my god.
And he's part four.
Oh my god. Okay. I now want to do two problems that are not on the homework sheet but are important skills to gain. So the first one is, imagine we had a problem like this. Sine squared of x minus 0.5 with. Unfortunately, there is no button on the calculator for sine squared. So you need to plug it in a little bit differently. So please recognize that this is the exact same as this. Remember, brackets are the exact same as parentheses. These two are the exact same. You will have to plug in the pink because the calculator doesn't have a button for the orange. That's the key. So you need to plug in the pink. So how does that look when you plug it in? Well, you go to y equals, big parentheses to start, and put in sine of x. Then click squared. And then, of course, minus 0.5. So you have sine of x, get that number, square it, then minus 0.5. We click graph. I'm not going to find the solutions. Everybody knows how to find the zeros. I just wanted to show you how to plug in. When we have sine squared, it could have been sine to the 20th. Like, could have been any exponent. It doesn't matter. Questions? Abraham?
Will it seem like the wrong answer if we type it exactly how it's shown on the top?
It's not possible to put the 2 there, is it?
No, it's not. It gives you error.
It gives you error.
So wait.
But the pink will work.
I did it with the thing for the big one. Sin of x squared, and it's gonna work. We'll have to do it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you have to. Okay, questions on the squaring? And the last thing to plug in that we might see on a calculator section is this. Y equals secant of x. Now, Inspire, it's not a problem. Inspire, that is absolutely not a problem. You simply go to tab, and Inspire, you can click the trig button, and you have secant right here. So Inspire, you click trig, secant is right there. Unfortunately, on the 8384, there is no secant button. So if you have an 8384, what you must do is rewrite secant of x as 1 over cosine of x. And this can be plugged in. You can plug in 1 over cosine. How do you do that? Y equals 1 divided by, and I like to put the extra parentheses, you don't have to, I like to do that, cosine of x. Click graph, and there is the secant picture. So please note, if you have an 8384, you cannot plug this in directly. You must rewrite it. Secant, cosecant, cotangent. Questions? That was good, Pops. That was good. That's like beast point right there, I think. I like that comment a lot. Okay, questions? All right. So, couple things, folks.